Best broiler chicken farming practices, Session 2. That is housing design and environmental management. Building the perfect home for optimal growth. Your poultry house is not just a shelter. It is a carefully engineered environment that directly impacts birds' health, growth performance, and your profitability. The difference between a poorly designed house and an optimized one can mean the difference between 5 and 10% mortality rate, between birds reaching market weight in 49 days versus 42 days, and between marginal profits and exceptional returns. Let's explore how to design and manage housing that maximizes your bird's genetic potential. The dimensions and design of your poultry house must accommodate your target flock size while providing adequate space for birds to move freely and rest comfortably. For broiler production, allocate 0.1 square meters, that is about 1 square foot per bird. For birds that will reach 2.5 kg market weight, this means a house measuring 12 meters by 10 meters, approximately 40 feet by 33 feet, can comfortably accommodate 1,000 to 1,200 birds. The house should be rectangular, with the long side running east-west to optimize direct sunlight exposure during the hottest parts of the day. The house should be rectangular, with the long side running east to west to minimize direct sunlight exposure during the hottest part of the day. The walls should be at least 2.5 to 3 meters high at the sides, with a peak roof rising between 4 to 5 meters at the center, creating adequate airspace above the birds for heat dispersion. Ventilation is arguably the most crucial aspect of proper housing design. Yet it is where most farmers make costly mistakes. Broilers generate significant body heat and produce ammonia from their droppings, both of which must be removed from the house to maintain bird health. In tropical and subtropical climates, an open-sided house designed with wire mesh or netting along the sides work well, providing natural ventilation while keeping out predators and wild birds. Install adjustable curtains or panels that can be raised or lowered depending on the weather conditions and bird age. Young chicks need protection from drafts and require warmer temperatures, while growing birds need maximum ventilation. In temperate climates with cold winters, you will need insulated walls with controlled ventilation systems using fans and air inlets. Regardless of your climate, ensure your ventilation system can provide 4 to 5 cubic meters of fresh air per kilogram of bird weight per hour. The flooring system you choose significantly impacts management ease and birds' health. Deep litter systems are most common for small or medium-scale operations because they are cost-effective and relatively easy to manage. Use quality litter materials such as wood shavings, rice hulls, or chopped straw. Spread to the depth of 8 to 10 centimeters, that is 3 to 4 inches. The litter must be dry, absorbent, and free from mold or contaminations. Before each new flock, remove all the old litter. Thoroughly clean and disinfect the house, and apply fresh litter between cleanings during a production cycle. Maintain litter quality by stirring it regularly to promote drying and prevent caking, which creates ammonia buildup and increases disease risk. Some larger operations use slated floors or raised wire floors that allow droppings to fall through, reducing ammonia levels and disease pressure. But these systems require higher initial investments and most sophisticated management. Let's look at mastering environmental control for maximum performance. Temperature requirements is absolutely critical, especially during the brooding period, the first 2 to 3 weeks of life when chicks are most vulnerable. Day-old chicks arrive without fully developed thermoregulation capacities and require external heat to survive and thrive. Start chicks at 32 to 35 degrees Celsius or 90 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit. At chick level, measured directly in the brooding area, not at adult height. Many farmers make the mistake of measuring temperature at their own eye level, which is several degrees cooler than where the chicks actually are. Use reliable thermometers placed at floor level where chicks spend their time. Reduce temperature by 2 to 3 degrees Celsius or 3 to 5 degrees Fahrenheit each week until reaching 20 to 25 degrees or 68 to 75 degrees Fahrenheit by week 4, after which birds can maintain their body temperature effectively. For heating, you can use various systems depending on your scale and location. Small operations often use infrared heat lamps, that is 250-watt bulbs, one for every 75 to 106, which are inexpensive but energy intensive and create fire risk if not properly secured. Gas or diesel-powered heaters are more efficient for larger flocks and provide more uniform heat distribution. So increasingly popular are modern forced air heaters that burn propane or natural gas and use fans to distribute heat evenly throughout the brooding area. Regardless of your heating system, always have a backup plan. Power outages or equipment failures during cold weather can kill hundreds of chicks within hours. Therefore, invest in a backup generator or alternative heating sources to protect your investment. Observe your chicks' behavior to determine if temperature is correct. Chicks that are comfortable will spread evenly throughout the brooding area, moving freely, feeding regularly, and resting peacefully. If chicks huddle together directly under the heat source, they are too cold. Lower the they are too cold. Lower the heat source or increase temperature. If chicks move away from the heat source towards the colder edges of the brooding area, panting with wings spread, they are too hot. Raise the heat source or decrease temperature. Chicks clustered on one side indicates drafts. Block the source of cold air. Learning to read your birds. Your bird's behavior is a crucial skill that separates successful farmers from struggling ones. Lighting management is another often underestimated factor that significantly impacts growth, performance, and uniformity. During the first 48 hours, provide 23 to 24 hours of bright light, that is 20 to 40 lux, roughly equivalent to being able to read a newspaper comfortably, to help chicks find feed and water, and establish eating and drinking behaviors. After the first week, implement a lighting program and include dark periods, which have been proven to improve leg health, reduce mortality, and improve feed conversion efficiently. A common program provides 18 hours of light and 6 hours of darkness, or alternative periods of 4 hours light and 2 hours dark. The dark period allows birds to rest, reducing stress and energy expenditure, which improves growth efficiency. In the final week before processing, increase lighting duration to 23 hours to maximize feed intake and final weight gain. Always use timers to ensure consistency. Manual light management is unreliable and stressful. Best broiler chicken farming practices, Session 3, is chick selection and brooding management.